Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome back to Supercross 2 as Nando's got some work to do in the 450 class. Before he does, he's got some training. As we did some cornering speed last time out, maybe improve those reflexes. So here we go then. So 1.2 is what we're aiming for. I mean, we got 1. I forget you got to anticipate it really. This is not going well at all. Oh my god, that went a bit early. Go. Oh, that actually worked getting it in the second. There we go, final attempt then. Well, that did fuck all, didn't it? I mean, it's not like he needs reflexes anyway. He needs to lean more in the corners. So man, he's got to do this with 5 seconds remaining. Or fell. I don't know why there's such an awkward angle as well. Come on. I don't know why they release you into a jump. Fuck's sake. Like, actually release me a few meters before the jump. That would be actually helpful. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep missing that first one. Let's go over the jump. Okay, let's try and hit this first checkpoint finally. There we go. Oh my god, we actually did it. I mean, it's only 2 stars, but at least we actually made it through all 3 gates. But yeah, that is a terrible release point. So you got 10 stars, you completed the first phase of training, so the cornering speed has improved. That actually makes sense. Nando meeting the fans, all 12 of them he's got left after the first 2 rounds of the season. As up to 750. And before we head back to Anaheim, I said they found some bits maybe in a junkyard nearby. Well, they have. So look at the components. So we're looking at improving the exhaust. That might need improving. Let's look at the speed and acceleration, handling, braking power. My god, that is actually pretty terrible. So yeah, so let's increase that a bit. There we go. We probably could have actually got a better exhaust maybe. Or was it all 65? I probably should have been scrolling through all the options, shouldn't I? Then it's like the 65,000 ones are the top dollar ones that we want. Scrolling further along. Yeah, that looks like it is. So, next up, tyres. So that increases braking power. Not handling. Not acceleration. Braking power only. It's not like we use the tyres for, you know, all 4 of the characteristics here. What the hell? That is a bit weird. That is only braking power, but I guess it does limit it from being, you know, a bit too overpowered. So, go on some Michelins. I mean, he's probably not going to choose Paredes, is he? So, and now handling does get improved with a new rim. What rim does he choose? Is it bright blue? Does he go for the old gold rims as well? As I wish there was any quicker way to scroll to the bottom. And looks like it's just have to scroll through. And looks like all these rims kind of do the same again. It's all 50,000 it looks like. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Scroll all the way to the bottom again. I would like the blue, but it doesn't really suit the rest of the bike, does it? Or the black. Let's go all the way to the bottom here. That seemed to be the best choice. Oh, we got multicolored as well. Well, normally with our sponsors, it's red and white, isn't it? So maybe those rims would be best. When looking at them right. Was that red and white? Actually, no, that's red and white. There we go. Then suspension, so that improves handling once again, but only handling. And then again, in it's like, it may not like you got an optional choice here, but it's just personal preference really, what ones you want. That they all have the kind of same and similar improvements, which on one hand is good, because then you can just choose the ones you want. But on the other hand, it's like, why do you have all this choice that they all do the same thing? So what new suspension should we go for? Go for some race tech. Then the brakes. Oh my god, that really does increase the braking power. How about some Brembos? Again, all the same. It looks like increasing that braking power. So let's go with the Flow Motorsports with the yellow. But I was going to just stick with old Brembo. Then the rear sprocket as well, which increases speed and acceleration. And again, got lots of choice, got lots of colours with MX. Oh, Renfrew as well, Star Sun, and DDC. So once again, we've probably got to go with white or something. Here we go, scroll down. Or just a good old silver. We got red. And then the saddle. Does that improve anything? It doesn't. Going forward. Hand grips, they don't improve anything either. Hand grips. Handlebars. No, nothing. So this is the best we can develop our Suzuki. Let's hope it's good enough. So here goes Nando in qualifying. It's a Triple Crown event and an Anaheim 2. So he's trying to be in the top 18. So you can automatically make it into the 3 main events. Otherwise, you have to go into the last chance qualifier and be in the top 4. Something he's very familiar with this season. Let's try out this new bike then. Let's see if it's actually very good. That should have been an easy triple. Why is he struggling still to make that? Let's go. This bike's definitely accelerating a bit sideways. Why did it count down to 2 and reset us again? Can it not count down to 1? Or is that the new unit of measurement we got? We just count down to 2 now? Shocking opening up from Nando. He's probably got to be around the minute mark to be right up there. At the moment, he's going to be last, I think, with this lap. Absolutely terrible lap. Let's go through the final corner. 34th. I was saying he's last out the people who've qualified, though. Trying to use that rear brake to get the back end round. So I can't quite triple that. Can't quite triple that. This goes out the right. You can see struggling hard just to get the bike turned going through the corners. As he goes into the fast whoop section. And immediately you're into a massive jump, which Nando lands on the tough blocks. Well done. No, he's getting a new bike when the rider's so useless still. Nando is now last, 40th and last. Does not want to be in that last chance qualifier, batting 22 other riders for just 4 spots. As this is fastest lap, but he's got to be 5 seconds quicker than that probably. Be right up there. Where's the rear brake? Rear brake! You're meant to rescue us. Obviously that's abandoned us as well now. After just 2 rounds. So go Nando flying. Still can't easy triple though. That's poor. That is poor. So I'm not sure how many that's going to do. 3, 4, 5, 10. So once again, easy triple and he's missing them. 4 from Nando, but this is much better that time at least. As I say that, he runs wide and messes up. It's only a 104. He's now up to 38th. After 3 laps, so I'm guessing we're going to do 5 laps at least. As what the hell? I thought we improved the brakes last time. Obviously not. Come on, Nando. Oh my god, the bike just lost flight in the middle. Halfway up. Nando, you got to lay off the burgers. This bike might actually be able to go over some jumps. Let's go over the whoop section. This is a much better Anaheim course as well. Like, you're seeing this has been fast pack. It's the easy triple in front and Nando can't even do it. This is going to be another weekend from now, isn't it? Can't even land on the tabletop. Just losing seconds in the final part of that lap. So there we go, final attempt. If he can't get a 102, he doesn't even deserve to be here, really. As he go for the left, trying to get that back end around, trying to get on the power early. There's all someone gone not high into the 4 blocks. Nando sorts of just clean air, I think. So I might as well just aim for that. This is his best run so far. Oh, there we go. He's actually got a jump going there as well. Then over the whoop section. Hey, he tripled it. Oh, just about held on. No, and that's killed his momentum. Now he's just losing seconds again. After making the jump, first of all. And again, not making it to the final corner. 103.8, how pathetic. So it's Marvelous Marvin at the top, 59 for just ahead of Jason Anderson. God, he had to be much quicker than just a minute. A minute would have actually got him through though, as in 18th at its rate, 2.7 seconds back. So actually a 1 minute 2.1 would have made it through, which he should have been getting. As he is all the way down in 37, 4.4 seconds back. Not even up there as best of the Suzuki's, is he? As Henry Miller snuck through, so did Malcolm Stewart. Great job by those guys. But not from Nando once again. Let's see if we can do much better in the last chance qualifier, as he's up to the Jordan number. So here's Nando in another last chance qualifier. It's become a regular feature this season, isn't it? As we get underway for 4 minutes. Plus a couple of laps. As the top 4 will make it through, as Nando with an easy hole shot. There's no bike, just dies in mid-air once again over the jump. What a fantastic start. Well, so we have made a setup change from qualifying. We noticed the preload, the ride height basically, was very low. But it seemed to be default that worked for 250s. Well, we've put it the absolute opposite direction now, because it is quite a rough track. You'll see quite soft. We need a bit of a higher ride height. And it seems to be working. Nando now a second ahead. Is this the only thing we actually needed to change? Or was the setup? Has he still got long gearing? Still got all the same values for the damping, for the springs. The only thing we've changed is the ride height. And look, suddenly you can at least get out corners. A bit of a floaty feel to the bike now though. I don't feel like it's glued to the surface at all. So once again, Nando Case in the joint. Good job. Well, he's leading Matthew. You've got Austin in third. And Michael in fourth. Devon Reaper in fifth. As Nando just about getting a triple as well. Never knew like getting that in qualifying. Here we go. That's all we needed to do. Change the ride height. So he's setting those 102s like he should have been in qualifying. He's got 1.4 second lead at a Golden Boy. Very good for Suzuki. There's Nando very wide. That corner's so tough to brake for with the ruts on the inside, but just very dry surface, like actually a smooth surface, nothing to really dig into for the bike. And like I can see most of the track as whoa, Matthew. A little elbow to the face. Wants to win, doesn't he? But it looks like Nando might get... Is this going to be his first win of the season in anything? Or has he won the last chance to qualify? I can't remember now. Oh, here we go. That's how you're meant to do that section. You see him flying. And the last section. Another 102, but he absolutely flew in the last half of that. As we go on to the penultimate lap now, I get the feeling it is. Unless he does this in 53 seconds. Which you get the feeling he won't. But these top two are just ridden away from the rest. Michael in third. Devin Austin now out of here. In fifth. But there we go, he's actually tripled as well. Is that the one thing we needed to do? Just change the ride height? Bloody hell. You would have thought it. There's Nando once again casing the joint. You've got Scott in fifth. Now in the onlooker spot. That's not how you meant to do it. Luckily he got it back in the next corner. He's always enjoying that last section now, as Nando. He's enjoying this bike. He's got Josh out of here, Tevin as well in the last couple of spots. Not Devin, he's in the last remaining spot at the moment in fourth, ahead of Scott by around a second. Same for Nando, back to Matthew. Got Michael in third, a bit lonely. So there we go, easy triple. Now I wonder why the setup works so well in the wet then, in Anaheim 1. As I think we found our dry setup now. The ride height very high. So there we go, another easy triple. Oh, he's not quite getting that. But again, doesn't lose too much momentum. So you don't even really need to use the rear brake either. As out of the final corner, Nando wins! A miracle has happened. As the Suzuki and Kawasaki's going through. Nando ahead of Michael, Matthew and Devin. It's like Michael nicked it in the final part by just a 10th. But going home is Scott Champion. Well, he's not won today. They got Adam, Austin, Theodore had his superstar on his Kawasaki, Harmon as well on his Yamaha falling back. Cole Cunningham on the Suzuki, Dustin Pipes as well on the Suzuki. And at the back it is Tevin. So Nando, has he made a breakthrough then? Let's see in the first main event. So here is the setup then. So actually just had the ride height all the way over here instead of all the way down here. So now we've got the highest clear clearance we can have. Very good for regular terrain and tracks with lots of bends. And then you see springs, still very soft. Increasing the transfer of loads and improving control. And the compression damping as well, you can see an extension damping. Very reactive for the bike, but they're stable, but we need the reaction. And then long gearing as usual. So here's Nando revving alongside Meadow and the legend Chad Reed as we get underway. For the first main event, 8 minutes plus a couple laps of fun. And Nando with a fantastic start around the outside of, is that Justin Brayton? Looks like Justin Barsh has forced his way through into the lead, or is it Nando? No, it looks like it's Brock actually. He's got it. There's Nando being shoved down the inside. With Marvin as well. And you've got Blake Baggett down the inside too. He's fighting with the big boys now. There's someone's hit a tough block. It's like Justin Brayton very slow. Was that him or is it Baggett? Has Brayton very slow and just blocking Nando there. Gets down the inside of, is that Vince Freese as well? Not quite. So Nando losing so many positions to the final part. Now he's got Jason Anderson down his inside. He's got Dean Wilson past him. Of course, Nando's not going to let that slide. And Wilson with the fight back. Nando trying to take the wide line round Anderson. Succeeded as Chadwick's down in 21st with Miller. Nando with the very tight line. Trying to get down the inside of Baggett. Not quite working out. And for top 5 places. Someone down in front. So that was Vince Freese, wasn't it? It's Nando down the inside of Brayton and Baggett. Saw an opportunity. He's taken it, has he? Did he get on the tail of Justin Barshaw for second? No! Go! Oh my god, this thing can't accelerate anymore. It's done after one race. One last try to qualify. Bike's broken again. As Nando down to 9th. As Weston just dives it down the inside. And it's his friend Cooper Webb as well. As he attacks Weston with his bike. Well, that's one way of fighting back. You can just overtake him in the first corner. Take back a top 10 place. As he really does not like Weston or Cooper Webb, it looks like. He's got the move done, does he? As they make it 3 wide. And they all just about hold on. Look at the battling in front as well. Dean Wilson's been shoved back. It's a good thing Milestone didn't bother to do anything with the AI, isn't it? Because we have this fantastic racing of just shoving people out the way. No, not actual racing. It's all pushed wide. Nook. At that is absolute bollocks. As Vince Freese back up into 4th. Head of Muskin. Nothing Muskin didn't do when it's basically NASCAR rules, and it's like every man for themselves. Out there is Nando down the inside. Vince Freese, Dean Wilson's recovered. Back into the top 5 as he get on the power Nando. Brock leads, by the way. Nando's just done a 101. Where's he pulled that out of his arse from? Must have reached very deep as got Vince Freese diving down the inside and Nando flying. That's the only time you can say that over that jump. So he's trying to get the bike around the corner. This side's worked. He's up to 4th. Justin Brace and Justin Barshaw in front. Brock leading all the way. Though so far. As Nando's got some breathing room in 4th. What the hell? No, he hasn't. He's down. So is Wilson. What? It's like they choreographed it, those two. And someone else is down. There are going to be changes after this race, that's all I'm going to say. As we're in the second half of it, somehow. After this event. I can't actually change the settings during the event, unfortunately. As you've got Cooper Webb in front. Nando says, enough of that. But the bike says, I'm not going to bother to accelerate. Good job, bike. I mean, that is what you get for getting a second-hand engine for like a tenner out of the scrapyard. Sorry, 10 bucks. Should I say? There's Nando up to 9th then. Behind his friend. Good old Dean Wilson. Let's go elbow to elbow over the jump. As they're going like 3 wide in front. And now Jason Anderson just stuffed his bike down the inside. Nando says no to that. As we are in the second half of this race. He's got Henry Miller in last. Missing out on all the fun, is he? It's Nando in 9th. Still, this could be his first top 10 result of the season. See, that pace in the last chance qualifier wasn't a fluke. He actually is here as... Oh, that's a heavy landing. He survives. Dean Wilson, who couldn't land the bike, somehow ahead though. As where's the bike going? Nando down the inside of Marvin. Down the inside of Vince Freeze, up into 6th. So gets a massive run off the corner. Trying to catch up to Benny and Cooper Webb as Vince goes for the outside manoeuvre, gets shoved out of there. They're showing back to Texas there. There's Nando over 101.4 as someone's gone down. As Nando gets his elbows out. There's got a titanic battle here for 4th. Where are the top 3? Well, there's the top 2. They're having a titanic battle for the lead. Barsha and Brock. And 4th is down. Justin Brayton. And they're trying to get the run under Brayton. Cooper Webb's now in 3rd, is he? Nando fancies that. He wants the first podium on 450s in the main event. He's getting it at the moment. I don't know how. As no tough blocks. No, why has he been told to reset? He is stuck in a tough block. Oh, come on. Oh, great. Get us restarted on the fucking upslope of a jump. Oh my god, come on. How to destroy your race in 2 corners. The Nando Alfonso story. As he's back down in 19th. Oh, 20th, even better. Now he's 19th. Oh, I cannot believe that. Well, there's no point trying because the game just pisses on your head at the moment, it feels like. Stand around the outside of Alex Ray. Plus Devin as well, up to 17th. He's got Weston in front, got Joshua Grant as well. Now down the inside of the Honda. No, you can't accelerate away, and it's like it's got Malcolm Stewart in front. Top Suzuki is Malcolm Stewart, I'm guessing. Nando doesn't want him to get that prize. There's what the fuck? Devin with the old helpful boost. Oh, so there we go. It's now over low 102. See, he's got the pace. He's got that 101 pace. He could have been challenging for the lead. He's actually taken a couple of seconds out of Trick or Nat that. As he bounced with Barsha. No. No. No, stop with that animation. It'd be nice if, you know, our opponents had that animation as well. Then it would actually be fair, that animation. But, hey-oh, as Joshua Grant shoved out of it. It's Nando looking down the inside of Stewart as Brock Trickle beats off Justin Barsha. I mean, beats Justin Barsha. That's the Triple X parody. I'm kind of quoting there as, oh, Nando digging down the inside of Coral Steely and Malcolm Stewart. He did like a minute lap time on that final lap. As Brock wins by less than 2 seconds, and Dean Wilson grabs the final podium spot in Nissan's final by just a couple of tenths. Then Cooper Webb in 5th. Tomek, Reed, Anderson, Muskin, Baggett rounds out the top 10 of Vince Freeze. Then Benny. Nando got his best result of the season so far, 13th. He made up like 4 places in the last couple of corners. As I'm not sure what happened to Cole Steely, as he's down in 15th on the Honda. You've got Joshua Grant, the Kawasaki. You've got the Suzuki of Malcolm Stewart, Alex Ray, Devin, Weston, Henry Miller, even, not the boxer. This is the Supercross rider. I've already forgotten what we're doing. Michael. So if you've forgotten what happens points-wise, 1 point for the win, and then all the way down to 26 for 22nd. Again, it just seems cruel after you finish out of the top 20 why they increase that points kind of gap when it's just a single point. Otherwise, but Nando gets 13 points then. Can he maps grab a top 10 in the second race? So Daddy's got the pace for even better than that. So yeah, for the second main event, Nando on the inside alongside Muskin and Barshows to get underway for 12 minutes now. And a couple of laps. Oh, and the KTM really leaning in already. But Nando taking the whole shot. He's got Tomic behind as well. Got lots of big hitters. But Nando leading the way. He just holds Devon as well, having a good start. We've got Brock in third now. The red plate, the leader, the winner of the first main event. Nando motoring away in the lead. Yeah, that silence behind. Astonishing. 4 seconds astonishing. And then he cases the joint over the next rhythm section. Good job, Nando. And the last rhythm section. But he still leads Blake Baggett by half a second. And we've got Muskin, Trickle and Raper. We've got the KTMs on the Suzuki's tail. It was very interesting for Raper and Nando being up here. They've been down there for so long. It's all Nando holding off Blake Baggett. Now he gets the drive off the corner. Didn't get that a lot in the first main event. I think you could count double fingers or double hands, should I say. Amount of crashes he had. Amount of incidents he had. Now at times I lost my voice. So once again, this section, absolutely horrible from Nando. He just about holds off Blake Baggett. So across the line, 102.2, and Media in those 102s, almost in the 101s. It's Justin Brayson down there in 20th, Cole Steely in 21st. Time to the Hondas. Chad Reed in the top 5. Fantastic to see. Now they're trying to get that massive launch off the corner. Just about working out. It's all wide though. On the right. Lucky he hasn't lost too much. He's managed to keep the momentum going as well over the next section. We've got Suzuki, KTMs. Has fun around to the top 5. No! Nando down. Get going, bike. As he just holds Brock, and here comes Chad Reed into third. Got Devon in 6th still. Doing a superb job, but now Muskin and Baggett have been unleashed. Let's see if they can be caught then. But as Varner and Suzuki. So Nando just about holding on to the back end in that section. So we're really going very high. Nando, oh, lands hard. Might have clipped the back wheel of Reed actually on that landing. As he goes down the inside of the Australian. No respect for his heroes. Got Blake Baggett in front. Got Nando with another hard landing. Look how much that kind of upsets him over the rest of that room section. As Reed, the chop. Nando down the inside, trying to do it back. Doesn't quite work out though. Oh, it does into the first corner though, as you approach the halfway mark. This second main event. It's got Brock in 5th still. Just hanging out. So now they're trying to land it. Oh, he just about gets away with it. Brock with the outside manoeuvre, Nando. No respect for the championship leader. For the event leader as well. As Nando gets ahead of Reed. Gets it 2 squared up on the exit though, and he's down. Once again, fantastic idea, getting us started on an upslope. It's Nando down to 8th. But we saw in the first race, he can still grab a mega result. As Eli Tomic says, get out of here, mate. What are you doing up here? And this Kawasaki as Nando wants to fight with the number 3. Down the inside, the guy who could be king. It feels like in Supercross is. Or is he? What is Benny doing from nowhere? There's all Nando down the inside of Joshua Grant. He just found a line there and just accelerated and got a fantastic run. Up into 6th. Still got Devon in the top 5. Super job from Rapier. And Nando looking to make the move down the inside. Not quite. See, I was the inside line there. In his final couple corners. It does a 101.3. Nando's not messing around here. Just one setup change has really made this bike rideable. And of course, the trip to the junkyard getting his $100 worth of upgrades. So he lands exactly the same as Brock, both struggling over that corner, as I was Benny bite. As Nando tries to get back by the number 60. He gets into the top 5. He's going to get into 4th ahead of 447. Not quite. So there we go, that's momentum. That's what you need to be carrying, Nando. As all he lands a bit high. Next couple corners. No! And then he gets a strike. I'm not sure the strike actually counts for anything, but he got one. He tries to get it past Joshua Grant as he got Malcolm Stewart in last at the moment. I'm sure Nando's very disappointed at that. I mean, happy. But he's still in 7th. He's still battling for the top 5. Despite all kinds of issues this race. Once again showing he's got the pace, just needs to calm it. So tries to go down the inside of Brock. Don't think Brock really expected that. Kind of blocked off Nando as well, fortunately for him. And with the massive jump, lands on the front wheel then. Kills his momentum over this section. He's got Jason Anderson behind, number 21 on Asfarna. As Nando just goes into a tough block. It's a Kawasaki tough block. But still, he's going to have to go back to therapy. Taking out tough blocks for fun again. So Nando accelerates. He's got Cooper Webb in 19th. He's still getting a top 10. Despite everything, Eli Tomic behind still in 10th. Along with Alex Ray. What's happened to Tomic? So he tries to accelerate. Bike does not want to do it though. There's Alex Ray down the inside of Tomic. As Nando stopped attacking the tough blocks. I'm surprised he didn't swerve right or left there, trying to get the Honda ones down. So there we go, massive launch, that's better. He's obviously tripled it, not quite. There's always someone down. Loads of Nando flags raving. It's now over 103, that's a bit disappointing. Considering, you know, he sets 101s. Can do that. As he got Reed in 2nd behind Muskin. What a ride. There's Varna.
right for the Suzuki in 9th at the moment with just a couple of minutes to play. A couple of laps additional as well. As he gets past Anderson, does he? He does. 8th. Trying to get past Joshua Grant now as well for 7th. Grant just holds that inside line enough though. Nando accelerates. Oh, Grant into the tough blocks. Nando up to 7th. He's got Benny Bloss in front. He said 1:04. Now Nando's riding for the top 5. As he got Brock around 2.5 seconds in front. We've got Benny and Nando battling hard. Nando down the inside, basically making it my way or the highway for that corner. Of course it was going to be his way. Let's go over the whoop section. Massive jump. Oh, just about lands it. But as you can see, it just killed the momentum. No momentum over that section. But they are catching 5th. What's happened to Brock? Also struggling in that section, maybe. And so on the penultimate lap of the race. And again, the hold of things now. Fortunately, he's got Jason Anderson on his tail. He might have to watch out for the dive. And there is Anderson right on cue. Now holds it. In the next corner. Looks like Benny's actually got ahead of Brock, has he? No, Nando! Actually, look where you're going. Oh, I see. He wanted to battle with Dean Wilson, of course. So Wilson grabs the position. And now Nando's got to watch out for Eli Tomic on his tail. There's all Wilson struggling a bit there in the final corner. Has he gone to the final lap of the race? Chad Reed winning. Ahead of Muskin. Baggett, Rapier. And Borsa Rapper. I keep saying it with an I. I don't know why. Has he got Joshua Grant in 10th now ahead of Eli Tomic. So Nando heavy landing. But he's set for his first top 10 on a Supercross bike. I think he'll take that after another wild ride here. The second main event. No! Are you kidding? He actually braked early for the corner as well. Oh, come on. Now you're just taking the piss. Again. No, he's not allowed to have a top 10 apparently. Won't say anything. As he gets into CD. As it's Reed with the victor ahead of Muskin by 2 seconds and Baggett 5 seconds back. Then we've got the Kawasaki in 4th. I think that's the easiest way to say name. We've got Bloss in 5th ahead of Trickle. That's where Nando should have been at least. Instead he's 14th. 23 hundredths or thousandths behind CD. As the 14 finishes in 13th. They should have swapped their places round, shouldn't they? And then we've got Malcolm Stewart in last. So it's between Trickle and Reed at the top, and then Muskin and Wilson still got a shout. So have Baggett and Barsha, and then Anderson, Tomic and Bloss and Devon look like they're just battling for a top 10. So is Grant, Brayton, Alfonso, CD and Webb, Way, and maybe even Freeze, depending on how crazy the last main event goes. As it looks like for Malcolm Stewart and the Golden Boy and Henry Miller, they're battling for last. What a sorry sight for Suzuki. Look at that. Let's see what Nando can do then. Can he grab a top 10 or will he be fucked over again? So here's Nando revving up for the final main event alongside Anderson and Reed as we get underway for 15 minutes. That's a couple of laps. Yeah, we're 250 in it with race 11. As Nando goes in deep. That allows everyone to just charge down his inside. And it looks like Reed got the whole shot. And then it's like Nando's got the lead, has he? To go through the tie right-hander. Looks like Nando has ahead of Anderson and Reed. So once again, Nando off to a fast start. No! And then the bike just chills while he gets on the power. He's still in the top 5, is he? Apparently. You can see Anderson and Reed battling in front. Nando trying to get ahead of Baggett. Not happening with that run over the jumps. Oh, but it looks like Anderson got into issues. Here comes Justin Barsh and Benny as well from nowhere. Oh, for God's sake. It's Nando with the massive launch over the jump. And look at Devin just diving it down the inside of Justin Barsher. Nando, the happy recipient of all that. Up into 6th, up into 5th ahead of Anderson. And then he gets shoved wide by Brock. He goes under Devin. What the hell? It's Nando up into 5th. As he's all over Benny. 4th. It's all Benny not having any of it. Have a massive launch. Down the inside of Justin Braden's all Benny down. To be fair, he's nicking for fault, isn't it, like, with his riding. So Nando into the top 5, 102.9. Not the best that time as Chad Reed racing away for event 3 victory and overall victory as well. Where's Marvelous Marvin? I haven't seen him all race in the top 10. There's Nando. He's kind of shoved wide there by Devon because there's nowhere else he could have really gone. And it's like Brock's had enough of that. So Nando gets down the inside of Brock. There's Baggett and Brayton battling hard in front. Nando going for the podium position. Not quite grabbing it. It's once again terrible over that section. Terrible over the last section as well as Devin gets into him. Still sets a 102.3. As Brayton chops his nose off. Sure Nando loves that. Let's Brayton know they loved it. Like really loved it. So side by side. Oh, Brayton with a poor landing. Chad Reed with a poor section as well. As Brock's all over his arse. Not Brock, Blake. And here comes Nando to join in the fun. A freeway at the top. So we approach a third of this race gone. And so forth, Alfonso. It's not been a tragedy. Tragedy? No, he has let Brayton down the inside there. Gets into the tight right. He should have been taking advantage of that though. He should have a good final section. He would have been right there with the leaders. As Baggett takes the lead from Reed. Still got Devon in 5th. Looking very good for a top 10. As, what was that? Oh, there's nothing we could do. Just got chopped off by Justin Brayton. It's Nando trying to get past Anderson. Looks like Anderson holds on, but Nando down to 7th now. No! Once again, I'm on the upslope. Why? Why do you always do that? At least downslope, we're going to start us on a slope. As someone's got into an issue. It's Brock. Red plate. As we go into middle third of the race. Nando battling for top 10 after more issues. Gets up to 11th head of Vince. And there's the top 10 of Brock in front. As what is that? That has once again been hit in mid-air this time by Brock. Now they're trying to chop down the inside of Vince. Boy, he's feisty, isn't he? Now they're trying to get past Brock, just not happening. You've got Joshua Grant in front in 9th. As how does Brock get away with that? Nando barely clipped a tough block and went down. As Nando's now bouncing with Alex Ray, is that? As he got Golden Boy in last. No! As St. Cute. Now they're really trying to advertise Suzuki once again. God, he's never going to get in the top 10 again, is he? Especially when that shit happens. And again on an upslope. Seriously. As now Eli Tomic comes in for battle. Hasn't been battling well, Tomic. He's inside the top 10 as... Got CD, Webb down here. So go Nando. Massive jump. For the final section, down in 13th. Of course, he's not allowed to finish higher than 13th, it seems, in this event. 13th or bust has Baggett got a good lead over Chad Reed. They got Devon in 3rd on the Kawasaki. Super outing after a poor first race. Just a shame he didn't get his arse in to get in the first race, otherwise he could have been battling for a podium. So we go Nando of the outside line, getting the run finally in that corner. This guy's got to brake hard there all the time for that corner. As he tries to catch back up to Alex Ray. And Dino Wilson. Oh, that's why Nando's got fresh impetus. Impetus? Can't even speak now. So if you don't realise, it's taken me over 2 hours to get to this point in this video. I know he's going to be like edited down to like 40 minutes, but opponents have just been atrocious around it. And so yeah, changes will happen for the next event, but in this event, just over 5 minutes remaining. Nando sent his fastest lap time, 101.3. As you've got Marvin down in 11th, not being so marvellous. As that is just stupid. What the hell? So down to 15th, Nando. As you can see, I've just kind of given up making any sense of the events of these races as number 14, what is in 14th? Still is 14th. The immovable Cole Seeley is on that. So he almost gets into Vince as well for 13th. Now they're trying to catch up. Like, that's my position, mate. I've actually got that reserved, that 13th. So there we go. Nicely down the inside. So Cole says, get out of here. That's my 14th place. I'm the number 14 bike. That's where I deserve to be. So hard landing for Nando. And in the final third of the race. Once again, Nando very good in this section. So being stopped a bit by Seeley. Be down the inside of him. And Vince up into 12th. Now can he chase after the top 10? No, because everyone else just goes 10 miles per hour quicker in that section. And he lands on Cole Seeley. And he does a 101.1. And they're back on form again. So the pace is there now. It's just about bringing it all together for a race, the consistency. And not being shoved off. Nice recovery though. He's still in 15th. God's sake. I tell you, I can't put up with this kind of opponent behaviour for... How long have these races gone on for now? Like 35 minutes? I'm not doing that again. The next triple ground, you can tell they're going to be much shorter. Race length wise. And it might be the way for the whole season now. Because, as I say, it's taken a long time just to get to this point. Fernando. This point means he's bunny hopping like Bugs Bunny. In 14th. As Blake Baggett leads by just under 3 seconds. So he hasn't actually pulled away from Reed. He kind of built up that gap initially and he's just remained the same. As Alex Ray now dives into Nando's rear like he's dropped the soap. Tries to go down the inside. It's just not working out, is it? His luck has been abysmal here in Houston. Otherwise, we're talking about top 10s in finishes and races and overall. That's all he does, the old baguette there. So it does work out for us occasionally. And the extra help. Goes across the line. With 4 laps remaining. You know, Tom it down in 20th. What's happened to the Kawasaki, man? Absolutely abysmal. All the way down there. That's all. I thought Nando was going down there. He's got Henry Miller behind, then Malcolm Stewart. Got Alex Ray in front. Nando getting the elbows out. He wants that 13th, goddammit. As I said, it seems to be in his contract for this event. As what the hell is that launch? Why hasn't that happened more? Oh my god, Ray, you pushed us almost into oblivion there. Don't know how Nando got away with that. He gets back into the 101s as well. There we go, he's got his 13th back. Get out of here, Vince. He's got Marvin in front in 12th. Having a shocking final race is the KTM. See, Nando can still catch up to that. As I think we actually got 3 laps remaining, don't we? All he needs is another good couple laps, couple 101s, and he'll be right there. In fact, the top 10 still not that far in front. I think he's run out of time to get that. Let's look at that launch. Why isn't he getting that soon in this race? And we won't be talking about shit lugs so much. It's now over another 101. And you see, Marvin battling hard over 11th. With Cole Seeley. What's he doing that high up? I thought he was meant to finish 14th. So we go Nando once again launching it. He really is catching up to the KTM. As he got 1.5 laps to go. In fact, he might be past the KTM already. He is. He's got Cole Seeley in 11th in front. Look at that, top 10 could still be on the cards if he has a magical final lap. As he does a minute 0.5. See what happens when he gets a clean lap together. Can be as quick as the leaders. Well, this is the best he's ridden all season, these last few laps. Oh no. Then he gets undone. Well, he's going to be chopped out of there by Muskin anyway, so probably a blessing in disguise, actually. But yeah, that was good to see. Those 3 or 4 laps, 101s in the 1 minute 0.5. As Blake Baggett wins ahead of Chad Reed, just ahead of Devon. He did have a monster race. And then Brock up to 4th. Justin Barsha in 5th. Benny in 6th. Justin Brayton in 7th. D. Wilson in 8th. Joshua Grant in 9th. Nando trying to take 12th, but it's 13th once again. As it's Baggett at the top, ahead of Reed by 5.2 seconds. He was just 0.6 ahead of the Kawasaki. Then you've got Trickle, Barsha. Jason Anderson rounds out the top 10 on his Husqvarna, just 5 seconds up the road. What could have been if Nando didn't mess up that final lap? As looking at the back, it's Suzuki's. As it is Reed by a point ahead of Trickle, then Baggett in 3rd, ahead of Barsha, Wilson, Bloz. Down to Muskin, down to 7th in the end, ahead of Devon Just, who's just ahead of Jason Anderson. Justin Brayton rounds out the top 10 ahead of Grant Tomic, down in 12th. And Seeley in 13th, despite Alfonso finishing there twice, he finishes in 14th. Thanks to that 14th place finish with Seeley. And then we've got Alex Ray, Vince Freeze, Cooper Webb, Henry Miller, Michael Weston, Malcolm Stewart, and Gordon Boy in last. With 69, no? Nice. So in the championship overall, it's Brock ahead of Anderson, and Baggett, Muskin, and Reed into the top 5, up 5 places after his first victory this season. And you can see it's all KTM and Husqvarna's up there. Then the top Kawasaki of Tomic in 6th, now ahead of the Yamaha of Barsha. There's Husqvarna of Wilson, the Honda of Brayton, the KTM of Bloss. Then you've got the Kawasaki Honda, Kawasaki Yamaha, Kawasaki. There's the Suzuki of Alfonso, up a couple of places to 17th. You've got Michael, you've got Stewart in 19th. 3 points behind his factory mate. Now X-Ray rounds out the top 20, up 7 places. That's looking further down. Got lots of changes in position. And now it's just 3 riders who've not scored points so far this season. As his reputation is falling, but it should be rising. As Suzuki are on pace for once. Like, I think with the upgrades, we actually are on pace now. Like, we can match the top guys. We just need, as I said, to be consistent and do some more training, maybe. As always, got lots of rest days after that. Do a challenge. Haven't done one of those in ages. Before we head to Arizona and Glendale for round 4 of the season. Normally a happy underground for Nando as well. So hopefully he can finally get his first top 10 of the season. So, thanks for watching. We'll find out next time.